Spare tire
Twitch Drift just said more girl episodes, please, or something like that.
What
I
I wanted to ask too, like, be completely fully.
Let's talk about the elephant
transparent.
in the room.
Wait, what's the
it
elephant
like?
in the room? Carl?
Going into drifting as a girl.
Okay, so I actually did.
If I had to guess, it's shitty. I'm sorry.
If there's one
Right off the
subject
rip.
I wanted to talk about, I was like, let's talk about this because it's interesting and probably the one thing I can lend to this. I actually got in it, I don't want to say argument, but a discussion with someone on the internet about whether or not all girls events are exclusive, like excluding men, and we're hypocrites. And I said,
I hope so.
I said no. So like, if you know me,
Whack.
I will die on this hill that anything a dude can do, a chick can do. Literally, and some people like of those certain type will be like, well, men are biologically stronger. Do you want to know how big pry bars I own? Do you want to know how leverage works? Like,
Well,
I'll
you
figure
find-
it out.
yeah,
dude.
you find
I'll
out a
figure it
different
out.
way.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
for me, motorsports is like the great equalizer, and I never want to see like men and women split. However, in my opinion, all girls events, like, it is super intimidating as a chick. Like, if we talk about in the Stone Age when I first got into this, it's super intimidating, like rolling up. I still have imposter syndrome
bet,
that
yeah.
I don't know enough. I'm like, oh, they're gonna find out I don't, but I know stuff. So
I kind of feel the same way, to be honest with you.
I think everyone's got it. Okay, so good. It's good to talk about.
Sometimes you roll up to an event, you're like, should I even be here?
Yeah, me too. I'm like, oh my God, everyone's gonna know I'm such a poser.
I guess, yeah.
So I would love to see more women in motorsports. We're never going to get better pro drivers unless we get better grassroots drivers. It trickles up or whatever. So having an all girls event is just a one day where girls can come get a ton of seat time and it's only other chicks there. So you feel less like
It's a
there's
little bit
eyes
of
on
a
you.
safe space event.
I know, and I hate that concept.
No,
but
that's
like,
fine.
Yeah.
well, because
And then they can go do other ones.
Right. And the dude was like dying on the hill of like, well, how would you feel if guys didn't allow women?
It sounds like he really wants to go to a girls' event.
That's what I said. I was like, dude, if you want to come as a photographer, as a fan, as like come in and coach people, like get on grid, run grid, like get involved. I'm totally like pro. Everyone get involved. But I was saying it's akin to, in my opinion, a private day. Like you wouldn't get tight if like we had a private day.
This is what I would say. It's a girls' event. The end.
That's
Like,
a good way.
fuck that
well,
guy.
I was trying to like, I was like, if we all love drifting at the end of the day, we're all the same person,
Yeah.
whether we're a chick or dude or whatever, blah, blah, blah.
Like
It's
here, why doesn't
advancing
he
the
make a
sport.
boys' day?
I guess he was trying to say like, if I made a boys' day, I would get in so much trouble. Like I would get canceled.
well, I feel like
Right.
It's in my opinion, it's a private track day. You rent the track. You can have a boys' bikini day if
Yeah.
you really want to.
Yeah.
they do that.
Like get down in your
do
skivvies
that.
if you want.
They do that.
That's the girls' event, right? That was the.
Yeah, they do the boys' car wash, and it's
Yeah.
like they really try hard.
I
They
saw
do.
Frankie Beans there.
But
That's
Got me-
probably the
got
one
me
day.
excited.
That's probably the one day I wouldn't want to see Frankie Beans. Probably.
I would definitely.
there's a lot of dude in not a lot of fabric, and they soap them up as well. And it's not my speed, but I do love to heckle. So I'll just be like, yeah, and, like say a bunch of inappropriate shit because
Yeah.
equality and all. But
Yeah, I don't think you gotta worry about those people.
Yeah,
those people
but
sound
what
like
I,
assholes.
but going back to the whole like girl only drift day, I'm for that because you are right, and it is kind of weird to think of it as like a safe space.
Dude, I'm for
like,
anything.
it's
I'm
just
For
like-
girls who aren't like as strong-willed or like feel that confident where they want to
They
go to
should
like
have
a
a-
full-blown drift event.
They should have a
Totally.
guy
Why not?
event for them because there's plenty of dudes that don't want to go to Club Loose because
yeah,
they're.
well, and it's not just Club Blue says I
Talking
love
about
them.
like a beginner day.
We can.
Do you know what I
like
mean?
A clinic.
like
And
what
we
was-
can talk shit on Club Loose and how they act. But I love them at the end of the day. That's where I started drifting.
We
I ride or die
absolutely
for
love
them.
Club Loose.
But it's like it's their style. Their style is very
Yeah.
rough around the edges, and
And we
that's all.
support it,
Just have a
but
thick
I feel like
skin
it
if you're
made me
gonna go
better.
there.
Yeah.
It made me tougher.
Yes,
Like,
it did.
I go
But I'm
to
saying-
different places and I'm like really not affected by a lot of other things because I know how it should operate.
But you were saying like you were using an example of like, well, some girls don't feel comfortable going to an event with a bunch of dudes and they feel a little out of place.
Because as much as you want to say they're not, it's like everyone is like, whoa, there's a girl here.
Yeah, exactly. You would be surprised how many dudes there are that are scared to go to Club Loose because they're going to yell at me. Like
Yeah.
they should have their own little event too.
Everyone
it's not going
puts
to
on
change who's running the event.
It's just annoying, dude. Let people
rent
do
a
what they wanna
different
do.
track. Everyone put on bunny slippers, and we're all just gonna have hot cocoa and like just
Yeah.
be sweet to
Hold
each
on,
other.
hold on. You're going to entice Frankie too much. That's
Hot chocolate right now.
yeah, I
seriously.
knew it.
Slaps.
There you go.
You ever had Starbucks hot chocolate?
Of course.
Dude,
You
I
ever
tried.
put whiskey in it?
I don't drink.
Oh,
He's
my
never
bad.
drank.
My biscuit.
Yeah.
Okay,
But-
just me then. I'll be the DJ.
Sober
of
Kid
the group.
Rock is crazy.
Don't laugh at that.
Sorry.
Sorry.
You can't laugh at that.
No, so I don't know. I'm just pro like everyone learning, expanding the sport. Whatever happens to expand the sport of drifting, I will die on that hill. Like
girl events are sick. Can we get more? Can you get girls on this podcast? We need to talk to. We
you
need
guys
to
should talk to the Drift Kitchen girls. Who
Drift
else?
Kitchen, yeah.
Oh, dude, Cerise is like
Who the hell is
me,
that?
but way cooler.
You're pretty cool. I don't.
No, Cerise.
She announces grid lives.
She
drives an E40.
She's also an announcer.
well, she does.
The interview.
She does more like street interview style, and she is so good at it. So like a dream team, if I could make in my head, would be like me in the booth, Cerise in the pits, like getting the interviews. She's interviewed
Gotta have her
T-Pain.
on.
She is so cool.
She's interviewed
Cerise.
Bert Kreischer.
Yeah, literally,
really?
I'm so jealous of her. I'm her biggest fan.
Flown out to the X Games to.
That's sick.
Cerise
X Games
is
would be sick.
Killing
What
it.
the fuck?
And
Now we're talking.
She
Big
shreds
shit.
an E36. She's like a really good driver.
That's sick too.
That's gonna be you one day.
One day when I stop overbuilding my car.
Running around with pineapples.
Also announces Adam LZ's events too.
Adam LZ's
Dude,
events.
she does she's not in the booth. She does the driver, which I
You
think is
should do the
harder.
Adam LZ event when it's in Jersey,
Yeah, I mean,
or she does like all of them.
All of them.
Oh, okay.
Well, not all the ones that are U.S. and Canada.
Whatever. That's
And
the
they
dream,
have-
dream team right there at
yeah.
E-Town.
Well, I mean, they would love to be in the booth. I don't know who they have in the booth for Adam LZ's events. The drift games. I feel like me and him would be real good as announcers too. But
yeah.
yeah, let me know. Anybody that wants to be announce their stuff, give me a call. But yeah, no, so I like the more chicks we can have in this, I will be happy when it's just 50-50 and it's not weird that's like, oh, a girl's working on a car.
I would like to say it's really not that weird anymore
No.
when a girl's drifting.
Definitely not.
I feel like it's getting much better.
Oh yeah, dude, it's way different.
I don't
now.
want to talk for like the entirety of the drift community because like you still got a seed in there, bad seed in there from time to time, you know?
Yeah, but like it's like say if we went to Club Loose and we saw a girl like setting up her car and stuff, I don't even think I would.
I wouldn't even bat an eye. I would be like,
Yeah.
oh, cool.
This is normal.
there's girls in comp now. Like people are just
Yeah.
shredding. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Like,
I do remember when it was new though. Like
Yeah.
Drift Kitchen was like the first kind of event around
All
here.
girls event, yeah.
Yeah.
I always thought that the name was.
I kind of love the name.
I think they were trying to like take it back because I made
like a joke.
I made a TikTok about this, guys. It's like that's their biggest insult. It's like go back to the kitchen.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
That's,
and like
that's why I
jokes
was
on
like,
you.
huh.
I'll burn water. So I'll stick to my slop. No, I'm a decent cook, but like, you know, whatever.
I can't bake for
Go
shit,
back to the
though.
kitchen. What, the drift kitchen?
Yeah. Literally, that was the best name
Right?
ever.
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna wear my drift kitchen shirt, but I wore it.
You wore the best Club
it's
Loose
not
shirt
my,
there.
It's not my boyfriend's car.
That's a Flipsco
Is it?
shirt.
Oh,
I don't know who makes this, but it's just like, oh.
there was a Club Loose shirt
thought
once
it was
upon
a
a time
Flipsco shirt.
that looked something like that, and it said
Oh, you're right.
something like "My boyfriend doesn't drift" or something.
Yes, that's
And it was
what
a girl
said.
crying or a girl
Yeah.
crying. Yeah.
What?
Because I was gonna do that shirt, and then I found out that they did it back in the day. I was
Yeah,
like, fuck.
I love it though because it's like so that's everyone's number one question. Like I'll be at Wawa just trying to put gas in my car, and they're like, oh, "Is that your boyfriend's car?" And it's
No
just
way
me-
people
me-
legitimately
Definitely.
Yes,
like,
they
walk
do.
up to you and
Me,
ask
pink
that.
gas cans alone in my truck, and I'm just looking for. I don't even have a boyfriend, dude. What the fuck? And if I did, he'd probably build this car a little better looking.
Yeah, maybe.
But
Yikes,
feel-
KBD.
he might not pick KBD, this mythological guy. And I love that. I'm like, you know, if the guy that built this car would just show up and help me work on it, like Jesus Christ.
I just feel like it. I'm picturing if I was ever to do that, how I would feel as a person. I don't really know
It
if
used
I'd be
to-
like, I
What,
would
like
be
you
weird.
walk up to a girl and be like,
Is that your boyfriend's car?
boyfriend's
So
Yeah, I feel like I just wasn't raised that way. I also have a sister who's very,
Right.
very strong-willed. So like,
I'll say this.
I feel like my sister would beat that dude's ass probably, or
Yeah.
at least bitch enough about it on the internet. It's crazy.
It used to bother me more when I was younger.
Yeah.
But I realized 99% of it is just ignorance. They've just never seen that before, and so it's a little weird to them. So it's like me snapping at them is not the right reaction. So I just kind of laugh it off and like I'll sit there and talk to them and just educate about my car, and eventually they're like, "Wow, this is for real." But I do get when I was on American Trucks, I used to get the occasional really shitty YouTube comment.
Oh, yeah, I can
and
see
dude,
that.
They let me clap back at a couple.
really?
Yeah, so one dude, I'm like visibly dripping sweat doing a lift kit for an F-150, and I'm like, get to the point where you like, so some kits it's easier to just pull the whole
They really
knuckle.
made you do the whole fucking install?
The entire. It was started out only having to do one side, and then it became we're doing the whole thing. And I
What
just
is,
put it back
what is
together.
this job?
Dude? Well, if we get in some weird apocalyptic situation where like, quick, someone lift this F-150, dude, I'm there.
Yeah,
Call
I mean,
me
that's
up.
good for you, but
I
like...
know the person for the job.
I'll just black out doing
Like
my
when
eyes
we would
closed.
do any install videos, I used to have my friend Dustin come here and like
Yeah.
explain it. He never fucking turned one wrench.
Unreal.
We were like doing everything, and then he would explain it.
Did his boyfriend do it for him?
Yes, it was me.
Well, so the dude, I'm in this video, dripping sweat. Like, obviously, I'm working. My face was kind of cranky because I'm like so hot and sweaty. And the dude comments, and he's like, "You should really give the mechanic credit for doing this install because like she's trying really hard, but like we know a mechanic helped her." And dude, I was so tight about that comment.
That's what I would have been thinking, but not saying. On
Well,
YouTube.
what I said was, I was like, well, you know, the video is edited down. This is probably a 4-hour install, but if you have the tools and the know-how, anyone can do it.
That was way too nice.
That was
I know, it was so
way
nice. But,
perfect.
That's you clapping back?
behind me in the camera, I was like, fuck you. But
That's
seriously,
like saying like as per my last email.
yeah. Just know if I ever hit you with like some real corporate shit, I'm like fuming behind me.
If you ever get that from her, as per my last email,
Yeah.
then you know that.
Actually, if you
Yeah.
have the right tools, anyone can do this. But what I realized was like, he just was telling on himself. So it's like, imagine going to a YouTube comment section and telling people you don't know how to do like a pretty simple install.
Yeah, you're
Like,
right. That's exactly
Like,
what
what are you
embarrassing.
doing on this video?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bub.
Weird, like you can't do this. Wow, gross. So now I have that attitude about it. It's like,
That's amazing.
yeah.
There's a lot of guys these days that can't change tires.
Hold on.
Yes.
No, have you done this?
Do you want to hear this story? Okay.
Let's hear it.
So
You pulled over on the side of the road.
I-
You want
Help
help?
the poor soul.
I've been single for a little bit, and I decided to go on a date. My friends were like, "Your problem is you